Howdee, my fellow Woodgas bug bite victims. I've been playing around with my little gasifier here and getting it ready for its first flare. I've cut a lot of corners here and kind of bodged the blower onto the rest of the plumbing system. I don't know whether I've got any air leaks in this or not, but if it explodes, then yeah, it had an air leak. And once all the pieces come back down, I'll figure out where the air leak was. So what I've got now is my primary stone filter, number 1, and its little boyfriend over here, number 2. These are both filled with little stones, just like the ones on the Mr. Hobby Locker's system. So what happens is these two stoners ought to cool the gas and extract water that I can take from there. The gas comes out of there from the stoners, round the corner, back down and across to the bottom of the final filter. And there's another drain there for water. This is mainly stainless steel scrubbers, and the last little bit is camel furs. I get enough off just one camel to last at least a year, so that's pretty good. Got me a little battery here attached to the blower, and the next little thing is to light this little puppy up, and hopefully the gas will go through all that plumbing and come out of here with a Smurf compatible flame colour. Alright, let's connect things up. Alright, the blower's online and I can feel a breeze coming out of there. Let's set fire to Doctor Who's nemesis. See what happens. Yep, it's burning merrily. Never ceases to amaze me just how flammable charcoal really is. I don't know how long it's going to take. This was the very first test, so it could fail dismally for all I know. So, gas out of here, down there, cyclone here, up and over, and into the rest of the plumbing that I've already pointed out. I don't expect anything's going to happen when I try to set fire to this. I think it's going to take quite some time for the gas to be ready. Just hope it doesn't explode. Okay. Exactly no explosions. But then I'm not getting gas just yet. I'd say the gasifier itself isn't producing just yet, and it's going to take weeks indeed for that little blower to pull everything through. While we're waiting, let's have a look at this. I pulled the broken generator to bits and pieces and was left with this little thing. Not much to it really, is there? So I need to make up an adapter to feed gas and air onto here. Need to fix the engine where the electronic ignition thingy has packed up. It's in little pieces now. Mess around with the wiring at the other end so I can get my electricities out. That will take up a position across there. So the starter will be at this end, and the alternator will be at that end. So I may need to make up some more metal work dehouse the power socket where I take the electricity off it. Right, let's see if we've got some gas now. And we do. I'll turn off the light here. I think there's a lot of air in it. But we do have a bluish flame. But judging by the way it's behaving, that's full of air. Hopefully my anti-explode technology won't fail me. That's a grenade. Well, we've got a little puff of gas there. It wasn't much to write home about. So it looks like that was just a wee pocket of gas maybe. Let's have another go. Nope. It ain't doing much of anything just yet. It could be that the charcoal needs to be stirred up in the gasser, as it hasn't been run at all since that other video that I put up showing the Charlek burning for me. Oh yes, by the way, Beastie, my CNC mill, has been busy making up new parts. The original set of wooden boards wasn't quite big enough. It's it down there, and over there under all that. I made up a bigger one. There's more room for me to put my beer. And also I've improved this bit. You take that piece off to free these rather heavy filters. And yeah, I like the look of that. It's more betterer than it was before. Let's have another go. Okay, that's pretty useless. I think I'll get back to you if and when I'm able to get a flare off this. Ciao for now. Alrighty. It would appear that the gasifier was bridging. It had become quite hot very quickly around here, and I think that's just a sign that the gas isn't travelling through much charcoal. So it's been blowing for a couple of minutes. Now that I've taken the top off and stoked the gasifier some, there ain't much fuel in there. It's down to about there maybe. So let's see what happens now. Oh, we've got something. That's my favourite shade of blue right there. Yeah, as I was saying before, I haven't checked any of this plumbing for air leaks. And for all I know, the system is pulling a bunch of air through with the gas. That might explain why I'm getting such a breezy flame there. Either that or there's just a whole bunch of air still in the system that has to be blown through. But I reckon I could get enough there to run a little model aeroplane engine, a little half cc engine. Flame's mostly blue. I think I see a little bit of orange every now and then in there though. So it might mean I need to stuff another camel into the filter. One good thing at the moment is the gas is dead cold coming down to the blower. Let's just have a little check on that. The gas coming from the charcoaler It's not as hot as it was before. Feels like just a little bit above body temperature really. Output from the cyclonium, dead cold. So it's logical to assume the rest of it's just as cold. Oh, look at that, it is. Huh. Who would have thunk it? Yep, the flame's dying again. I'd like to think that when I put this engine on there, anyway, to get it started with this, the vibrations will keep the gasifier alive. Can't say I'm too thrilled with the results at the moment, but maybe I've made some really stupid mistake somewhere. I don't know. Maybe there's a wood gas bug stuck in there, in the plumbing. Let's just stoke it up some more from down below. I'm going to chuck this bit of wire in there and kind of stuff it around some. It might be that I need to put some sort of handle here to stir up the fuel. Either that or I need to put some fuel in. It could be a bit too low. Where am I going to get charcoal from? It's nice and warm in there. And considering this is a winter evening, the heat coming from this will be a welcome thing when I finally figure out how to make it work for me. I'll get back to you a little bit later, huh? Alrighty, still messing around with this, trying to make it work. I've reduced the speed of the fan to light speed. I've got a light bulb in series with the fan to slow it down, to see whether that will make any difference. We got us a flare, but I don't know if that's really because I slowed the fan down. I also cheated a little bit and I stuck a couple of bits of wood in there. I can't quite line it up because that's in the way. Looks like I need to make some refinements to this, but hey, look at that, I done got me a Smurf flavoured flame. Ain't that pretty? Yep, looks like it's about to die again. It's getting weaker. But at least it's blue. I'm really wondering, is it using up the wood that I stuffed into the nozzle? Maybe it's used up all the charcoal? I don't know, but I can definitely smell the gas coming from this, and it certainly smells like engine gas. I better not inhale too much of it, as I found that I'm allergic to being dead. Take the fan back up to dark speed. gas comes out with more pressure, but it doesn't seem to be waking the gasifier up at all. It's gone out again. I've got my high-tech Shaker-matic 9000 here. Don't know if that will do anything, but it's kind of cool to play with. No, it's definitely a no-go. Go back to light speed, which is for some reason slower than dark speed. Whew, smell of gas in here is really something. Well, at the moment, the success level on this looks like it's at about 0. But 0 is a nice round figure, so maybe I can use it for something else. I don't know. But at the moment I've done got me a paperweight. Oh boy. Don't know why, but for some reason this likes to burn with the flame being directed downwards. It's almost as if it needs that extra time in contact with the flame to actually sustain it. It could be, maybe, that the charcoal is too weak. I don't know whether there's such a thing as strong charcoal versus weak charcoal. But at least with this I'm able to maintain something that looks like a flare. I don't know if I can really call this project successful at the moment, but maybe I'll figure out what I've done wrong here. If anyone's got some ideas, don't forget to leave a comment regarding it, as I'm not so sure I've actually succeeded with this project just yet. Still, I have to admit that flame does look real pretty indeed. Okay, boys and girls, it must have been something to do with the gasifier's fuel complement, as what I did was I went to my CNC machine and extracted, focus please, some of this stuff. It's a mixture of wood sawdust, little bits of metal and plastic, as a result of making the parts for this project. And it's actually become the fuel now, along with the charcoalium. So this perhaps opens some new possibilities, as I produce a lot of sawdust with the CNC machine, and just maybe I could simply mix it in with the charcoalium before putting it into the Charlek, as we now have a result that we can use. Pretty blue flame, even when I operate the blower at light speed. Flame gets a bit bigger when I operate it at dark speed, but that there is definitely enough for, say, quarter to half a horsepower. The engine, of course, will pull harder on it and bring the gas up. But at last, I was actually starting to think that I had made a rather expensive paperweight. But no, it looks like I also have a cigarette lighter facility on this paperweight. So that's a good way to end my weekend. It's Sunday night here. Dark, cold and depressing, being winter and all here in New Zealand. But at least one thing's gone sort of right. Eventually, after all these years of struggling with this thing. Yeah, one of the giveaway signals is that the gasifier was getting hot quick, which tends to suggest it is running out of fuel. There isn't much in there, and that might be the sole reason for this problem. Talking of that, I think this plane's getting smaller. Maybe not, don't know, but looks like another load of CNC chips may be the answer there. As usual, this is turning out to be a completely random ramble kind of video, but I figure there might be one or two people who have lasted this long in watching this. After all, you need to be an addict to get this far, and well, I got this far, so I must be addicted. Still can't get over how pretty that there flame is. Gas going to it is invisible, just like it should be. So it looks like I have something here that will happily run a generator. Talking of which, this generator, it's basically shot. The electronic ignition is a goner. So I'm thinking I'll make up my own electronic ignition using a car ignition coil and a linear Hall effect sensor that will pick up the motion of the flywheel to generate a spark whose timing will be more accurately governed. As far as I understand, you're meant to advance the timing on these things anyway when you're running on wood gas to get more goodness out of the gasness. So yeah, even though this engine is a bit boogered, it's probably the perfect donor engine, victim indeed, for the Charlek. I love it when a plan comes together. I'm told that's what it's like in hell, so take advice from me. Don't sin, or that's where you'll end up. Okay, boys and girls, fellow addicts, wood gas bug neck nip victims, here's hoping you enjoy my completely random ramble of successes and failures and partial successes and observations in general. Okie dokie, boys and girls. Ciao for now.